What's up, everybody? Coming to you with another episode from Keep It Moving. We are live via Riverside. It's a app that a lot of podcasters use that we are using to capture episodes and interviews internationally. Like I said, this is Australia. I have with me today Issi Gisdan. He's a holistic healing and subconscious rewriting, guided visualizations, trauma release, and nervous system author, practitioner, healer. What's up, Issi? How are you?
I am on top of the world and still climbing.
I like that. I like that saying. So we finally got a chance to get this done. I'm glad that you're able to join us. I know that our times are a lot different. What time you got over there right now?
Now is 9:05 a.m. Friday.
9:05 a.m. Friday. All right, so that's a fresh morning. Well, good morning to you.
And good afternoon to you.
All right, all right, all right. So, Izzy, tell me a little bit about yourself, man, and what you do here. I know you and I we've discussed somewhat what this is, but I want to hear it from the horse's mouth and have you share with us what it is you do and who you are and how you got started with this.
Well, it started probably from 1991 when I had this urge to learn more. And not only that, I wanted to actually clean my head.
Okay.
I had to clean my head because when I came to Australia, I had filters, I had, lenses, tunnel vision, all those things. And
Hmm.
I said to myself, I want to be a person by choice, not by birth,
Okay. Okay. So
right?
when you say you had filters and lenses, can you just elaborate a little bit on that? What that means? Touch on that a little bit.
From where we born, we
Hmm.
have no choice. We have no choice for geographical area. We have no choice family. We have no choice in name. We have no choice in anything. We
Hmm.
come into this world, blank,
Hmm. Hmm.
and then
Hmm.
it's all start.
Okay. Okay. So how long have you been doing this work that you're doing?
About 5 years now. I
Okay.
started at the age of just before I was 70.
70. Oh, okay. That's interesting you said that. I just posted a clip today and it was talking about it's never too late to reinvent yourself. With the information age that we're in right now, with the technology and the all of the opportunities to share your experiences and to share your knowledge, there is a space and a slot for everybody to be successful, no matter how young you are or how wise you are. I don't want to say how old you are. I don't believe in that. How wise you are. So
I
good for
am
you.
actually I'm actually going to be 75 in January,
Wow.
and I think this is the way I want and think. I got another 70 years to help, and that's
All
what I
right.
want to do.
I
This
like
is
it.
I want to keep to be probably maybe I don't know on a Guinness Book of Record for age
Well,
because we can slow our own aging process.
yes, yes, yes. And of course, I know that there's different things that you could do to uh, slow your aging process, such as eating clean, not poison the body with foreign substances such as drugs and alcohol, staying stress free, laughing, smiling a lot, um, exercising, eating good foods, things that are going to complement your body, your internal, your physical, your mental, um, and just overall, give you a better position in life with aging. So,
Yeah,
what would you say? What does that look like for you?
to me, you know what I found out. If you fill yourself with nutritional emotion, I call it nutritional emotion,
Hmm.
sometimes is much better than food.
Okay.
that nutritional emotion, because in our body there is environment like the outside environment. We got also the ecosystem in our body, and if the ecosystem and the environment is not balanced,
Hmm.
the body go into disease, as you know. And when it's
Okay.
going to disease, it start to, because the body talk to us all the time.
Yes. Yes. Now, when you say this, what did you call that again? The emotional, um,
I call it nutritional emotion.
nutritional emotion.
Yeah,
Elaborate on that.
I was
What is
probably the
that?
first one in the world to start calling it this. The
Okay.
neurotransmitters that you get, right?
Hmm.
When you get, let's say, unconditional love inside you, right?
Hmm.
As soon as you try to think about unconditional love, hug a child, hug someone you love, right? And the
Hmm.
minute you hug them, the neurotransmitter from the limbic brain
Hmm.
is dopamine, oxytocin, endorphin,
Hmm.
those and serotonin. But the most important one, right, is
Hmm.
dopamine
Hmm.
and oxytocin that give us actually and put us in homeostasis rather than being on fight and flight.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that's very, very important because the basic of any healing, and I know that all the experts about healing, they're saying the same things, is unconditional love. 95% of humanity do not know how.
Hmm.
And that's
Okay.
sad. That's very
Okay.
sad because this is the fundamental for health.
Hmm.
Healing
No.
starts when your body is quiet. The
Okay.
body is in peace with itself. You have no chatters, nothing. You're just in the awareness, what we call,
Hmm.
in the now.
Hmm. Hmm. I was at the beach yesterday, listening to the waves and just enjoying the ocean. And we went to a private part of the beach where it only had like maybe 4 or 5 people there. Now, I'm living in a city where it's cars, uh, a lot of traffic. The LA area, you know, have you ever been to LA,
Been there
Los
five
Angeles?
times.
Okay, so you know how the
Yes.
traffic is here. It can be very stressful. Just the day to day life of living in the city can be very stressful, and I find it's very important to sometimes you have to just step away. You have to get away, and I like to go over to the beach. I use the beach as my resort and my as my reprieve and refresher. And when you speak of the body being quiet, the mind is quiet as well. Because you don't have all these detractors and distractions around you. And I felt that. And I'm speaking from that experience that I had. So it's touching base on what you're talking about. And it's so important that we find that time to have that quiet time. I try my best to find it at least every 72 hours, even within my home.
You see, I do the same because I like doing some walking. And when I like to walk in forest. I don't like to walk in streets.
Yes.
I like to go when I do my reels for Instagram and TikTok or
Hmm.
whatever. I go to the botanical gardens, and the
Hmm.
botanical gardens is only about 15 minutes from where I am now.
Oh, that's
And I just
beautiful.
go and
Yeah.
immerse myself there. It's
Yeah.
beautiful,
Yeah.
quiet.
Yeah. I love a good botanical garden. It's so peaceful. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And you got a sound of water, sound of frogs, birds everywhere.
Hmm.
You don't even need music to have a background music on your videos.
Right, right. Because it's all natural. It's
That's
amazing,
right.
and a lot of times you find that if you are exploring, music for when you get ready to do a post, you know how we explore it to see what sounds we're going to use. They give you a list. A lot of them give you the choice of that of
Yes.
nature sounds, and to get it to get the natural, authentic. Uh,
You
sounds
see,
to where there's no filter. Yeah.
yeah, when I
Yeah.
do therapies, always the last part of the therapy is
Hmm.
actually embodying meditation, which
Hmm.
is guided visualization meditation.
Mm-hmm.
because I always say imagination can heal what
Mm-hmm.
the logic cannot.
Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Okay. So you actually have a studio? Or do you have like a office space or something that you utilize when you are doing the sessions? Or is it safe to call them sessions? Are they
Yes,
sessions?
I got the clinic. People come to the clinic.
Mm-hmm.
That clinic here
Mm-hmm.
is about 4 meter 20 by 3 meters, fairly large. Here you
Okay.
can see it because of the camera and you're seeing it like narrow, but it's not,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
when they come here, it's a quiet place. It's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful, quiet, relaxing, right?
Okay.
And the atmosphere here is amazing. And
Mm-hmm.
then when we start, I look at them first
Mm-hmm.
because to me, I don't have type of things like protocols.
Mm-hmm.
I look at the soul in front of me,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll start creating things for them. I don't even ask them for symptom,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And 6 weeks later,
Mm-hmm.
they'll come back and they say, you know what? I had this, and this, and all gone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So
You
do you
know,
have like a protocol for them, like something that even a regiment that they would use based on each person, or is it just a blanket uh, um,
based on each
process that you use
person.
for everybody?
Yeah, based. I don't believe one fit all.
Okay.
Right now, I got a program that I am doing at the moment. It's called the Whole Self Embodied Healing Journey,
Mm-hmm.
based on my book.
Mm-hmm.
And just to give you an example, therapy session one, awakening awareness.
Mm-hmm.
And we do that for about half an hour, three-quarter of an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have another 20-minute, between 15 and 20-minute meditation
Mm-hmm.
that actually let them live awareness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that there's a lot of great things that come along with meditation. I just never was able to really get into meditation. For some reason, I'm not able to really quiet my mind. I think that my form of meditation for me is just being in a quiet space and just relaxing, sometimes just closing my eyes and not thinking about anything at all. But guided meditation, I've tried that too, and it's just never really worked for me.
Maybe I'll send you one of mine and let you listen to it
Yeah, yeah, that'd be good. That'd
because
be
because
good.
it's different. I don't have generic.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
create
Okay.
everything from nothing. Like start and doing it. And when I take people through a journey,
Mm-hmm.
we're taking them through a journey to rewire them.
Mm-hmm.
You see, you can do relaxation and just sit there and all that, but that doesn't mean it's rewiring your brain. And as you know, the hardest habit to break in life is the habit of being yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And this is step by step, like I'm taking them through awakening awareness,
Mm-hmm.
then releasing the mind trap,
Mm-hmm.
then they're going emotional detox,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're doing reclaiming self love, then rewriting the story, healing the inner child, right?
Mm-hmm.
Releasing control.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for instance, when you loosen the grip, life carries you with a rhythm stronger than fear,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's releasing control and cultivating trust.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got forgiveness and freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Forgiving unbind your heart, opening the door to peace and release.
Okay.
Then boundaries and empowerment. Then embodying the future self. And then gratitude and wholeness. And the last one is living liberated,
Okay.
but
So
at the
this is
same time healed.
okay. So this is all part of like a syllabus. This is all the different steps that you take from beginning to end in order to be able to rewrite the uh, the brain, to rewrite the consciousness, to rewrite the
Yes,
thought process.
Yes,
to put people on a different but a better path towards healing. Correct?
absolutely.
Okay. Okay. And
This
do the
one only
strokes.
one of my method. Then I got individual, like I can call a therapy workshop, and
Mm-hmm.
it's 60 minutes. But in 60 minutes, I can do trauma,
Mm-hmm.
right? Without them talking about it at all.
Mm-hmm.
The only things I make them do is bring that for 16 seconds with the third eye.
Okay.
Visualize
Okay.
it for 16 seconds, 15 seconds, and then I start the process of releasing it.
Mm-hmm.
But it take about probably between 1.5 to 2.5 minutes, and we can do it 15 times.
Mm-hmm.
By the time
So
they
how?
get to sorry,
Yeah. No, I didn't mean to. I just wanted to know, how do you gauge if what you're doing is working or not with the people that go through your program?
they they themselves say it. One of them just finished the program and put a review on Google last night. I don't know if it's already live there or not. I didn't check it yet.
Okay.
But she finished and she feeling completely different, thinking different, everything
Mm-hmm.
changed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Some
Now, would
people
you?
some people need
Mhm.
to go through this. Some people need to go through individual um, therapy. Might be
Yes.
anxiety, might be
Yes.
trauma, might be
Yes.
chronic fatigue, chronic pain,
Mm-hmm.
separate ones.
Right. And that's what I was gonna touch on next. Is I was just wanted to uh, ask if, like, you believe that, aftercare is important, a way of life. Some people come to you. Do they just need something to get a resolve, a resolution to something they may be going through at that time? And do you encourage them to continue on with some practices on their own for a duration, or just making it a way of life? Or does everybody need to make it a way of life?
Well, what I do, every session that I do, I
Mm-hmm.
give them homework. And the
Mm.
homework is mind work,
Mm-hmm.
mirror work,
Mm-hmm.
visualizing for 2 minutes the future self,
Mm-hmm.
doing many, many things that they got to do it regularly. The
Mm-hmm.
one that I do also is the loving moment that I teach them how to do it. And I ask them to do it every hour on the hour, to
Mm-hmm.
put a chime on the phone, but all they have to do it for 15 to 30 seconds.
Mm.
That's enough to
Okay.
get them through the days and so on.
Yeah, because I was going to say, every hour on hour. I mean, with the busy schedules and the way that our world is moving today, everything's so fast. To keep up with that and to do that every hour on an hour for anything past the 16 minutes, 16 seconds would
It's
seem
not
like,
much of your
it just
time.
seemed like a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you look at that, if you do it half a minute, let's say,
Hmm.
right, and
Hmm.
you can do it with open eyes or closed eyes,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
means
That's
if you're
doable.
at work,
Yeah.
you can still do it.
Right. That's doable. I can see that happening. Just part of just, having a system in place that will remind you to
To do
engage.
it.
And then after a while, it just becomes automatic. Correct. You don't need a system, right?
That's right. They do it for 3 weeks or so, and
Hmm.
then they become in that mode.
Hmm. Hmm.
That mode just come automatically because the subconscious, once you do things in repetition, make it a habit. If
Hmm.
you do it sporadically, it will sabotage for you.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're all about purpose. People finding purpose in life. The gifts that were given to you by God or the Creator, Buddha, Allah, whatever you subscribe to, your higher power, and fulfilling that, doing your part at helping humanity be a better place for all of us. What would you say in regards to what you're doing when you got into this? Did you know that this was your purpose, or why did
Well,
you get into it, and how did you get into it?
I'll tell you a little story.
Mm-hmm.
My main mentor
Mm-hmm.
for nearly 50 years,
Okay.
right, was Dr. Wayne Dyer.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Wayne. Yeah.
And in the early 70s,
Mm-hmm.
I used to go to his when he come to Australia to do a seminar or conference or anything, I
Mm-hmm.
had to be there. If
Mm-hmm.
it cost me 250 for the day or 500 for the day, I went,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I followed him all the time. I learned from him a lot of things. And the last seminar he did in Australia
Mm-hmm.
was a weekend in Melbourne.
Mm-hmm.
And I took one of my friends and I said, let's go and have that. You know, you will enjoy it. And we had a beautiful weekend with him. And at that time, he brought also Anita Murjani. Anita
Okay.
Murjani wrote the book, Dying to Be Me,
Okay.
and healed herself from stage 4 cancer,
Incredible.
from coma
Mm-hmm.
back to life.
Okay.
And then we sat there and all that. But the weekend after, he was supposed to go to Auckland in New Zealand to
Mm-hmm.
do another weekend there.
Mm-hmm.
But he flew back to Maui for some reason,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the 23rd, yeah, the weekend of the 23rd of August 2015.
Mm-hmm.
And on the 30th, he was at home and he died in bed
Mm.
seven
Mm.
days later.
Mm. Okay.
And it devastated me, of course. And I was very, I had grief and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when I got my calling.
Mm.
That's when I got my calling and I said, I want to follow his method.
Mm-hmm.
His method is all about the thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about what's happening here,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah.
loved it. And then I
Yeah.
had to look for university. Where can I go to get more accreditation? Because in 2013, I already done NLP,
Mm-hmm.
neuro
What?
linguistic programming,
Okay.
practitioner and master practitioner.
Okay.
But then I didn't really practice with that. I was helping friends, relatives, anyone that wanted help, I helped.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I did. But then I had to get accreditation, and once I got it, I went and studied neuroscience and holistic health
Mm-hmm.
science.
Okay. Okay.
How our body work, how everything,
Mm-hmm.
and I loved it. I had to do 17 courses,
Mm.
and
Okay.
of course I did it. I got my degree, and then I opened this clinic
Okay. Okay. So your clinic's been open now for what, going on what, 5, 6 years now?
about 5 years.
About 5 years. Okay.
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
and I had
Uh,
many clients, and all of them I never had a complaint from one client. All
mm,
of them loved the work, loved the way they healed, loved the way they feel and live now.
okay. Okay. So you're not in a position where you are prescribing anything for people to ingest. Everything you do is just all natural. It's from the
Yeah,
mind. Okay.
I could have studied also, let's say, homeopathy and naturopath, but I didn't like it because I don't want to sell concoction. I'm sorry, but I'm
Mm,
not that type of a guy. I don't want to sell anything.
okay.
If
Okay.
people want supplement, I can say to them, go online, buy whatever you need.
Mm-hmm.
I tell them what I take, and that's it.
Mm, okay. Okay. And
But
and
I
you
never prescribe anything.
okay. All right. So you found that doing it the natural way, the way that you're doing, is what's resonated with you, and through the work that you've been doing over the course of the 5 years now has really helped people that you been have come through your clinic to do the work with you that you do. Um,
Yes,
because usually what you find happens is it's interesting that you say that you're not in it to sell anything. People usually progress to um, products outside of the service to sell in order to increase the business, to scale the business, to give people things that they feel that they can use along that journey of healing.
well, some of my friends said to me, "You're not a businessman," you know, because
They said you're not a businessman.
yes, I said to them, "I don't need to be a businessman. All I want is to
Yeah.
help people," and I
Hmm.
can say to you categorically, 20% of my clients. are not
Mm-hmm.
paying because
Mm-hmm.
they can't afford it. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't let them go.
Mm.
People
Okay.
that reach out, I help. People that I have to convince to come, I don't take as a client.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
Because
So
people that reach want to, to change.
right. It's not a nonprofit though, right?
Sorry?
It's not a nonprofit what you are operating,
No,
right?
no, no.
Okay.
Because I
Okay.
got to pay the rent, I got to pay, bills and things like that.
Okay.
But if
Okay.
I break even, I'm happy already.
Mm. Mm. So the main thing for you is keeping the doors open and keep helping people.
Absolutely.
Yes. 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 If someone in the States wanted to try your practices and go through the regimen that you have been using with your is it safe to call them patients or
No,
what do you how
clients.
do you with your clients
Clients. Yeah.
how would that work for them say in California or St. Louis if they wanted to try what it is that you're doing? How would that work? What does that look like?
I do it by Zoom, no problem at all. And I had clients that I worked with in the state, from Michigan, from Miami, from California, right? From
Okay.
other states,
Okay.
and had no problem.
Okay. So you're actually doing that now.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And I had a lady from Miami, which was a big story then. I met her on a webinar. She
Mm-hmm.
was on a webinar, and I was in the same webinar. And then she told her story. Then I actually contacted her and I said, "Would you like some help?" And
Mm-hmm.
she said, "Yes, but I don't have money," right? And she is on a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
Okay.
we did work for about a year and a half just by Zoom
Mm-hmm.
once a week.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
taught her a lot of visualization.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, she didn't have feeling in her legs or anything. It was something like 12 years on a wheelchair
Mm-hmm.
after a boating accident. And
Mm-hmm.
then she started getting feeling, first tingling under her, feet,
Mm-hmm.
then start getting sort involuntary movement first,
Mm-hmm.
and things slowly, 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 and then she got more control of her muscles and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And now
Okay.
she's learning
Okay.
walking.
Okay. Oh, good. So she's no longer just bound to the wheelchair.
She used it every now and then when she got distances, but most of the time she walking with crutches,
Mm, okay. Okay.
because they're like babies. They have to relearn to walk, relearn to have
Mm-hmm.
balance, relearn to. They got fears.
Yeah, I was going to say she's pretty much like an infant. She's starting all
That's
over
right.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like somebody who gets also in a car accident or something and
Yes.
they lose some of their motor skills. They have to start all over again and starting from the beginning. I had a guest that played basketball for many years and he had a stroke and he had to learn how to talk all over again. So these things do happen. And it's,
Absolutely. Look,
yeah.
I don't know if neuroplasticity, right, is the
Hmm.
adaptability and
Hmm.
flexibility of the brain,
Okay.
which
Can you
means the
say that again?
brain
What is that? What is that? Can you say that again? What is that? Uh huh.
neuroplasticity, right?
Okay.
This is actually the adaptability and flexibility of the brain to change itself,
Okay.
which means when people get stroke and there is a damaged area, right?
Hmm.
The
Hmm.
brain know how to do bypass,
Hmm.
put new highways, new freeways,
Hmm.
superways.
Hmm.
It does everything. And
Okay.
it, because what we're using 7% of our brain,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
There's
Okay.
plenty more to go.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Hmm.
I believe also in regeneration,
Hmm.
right?
Okay.
Our
Yeah.
biggest
Yeah, that's
organ.
true. Yeah, it touching on that. The body will heal itself if you just let it do its work. It will heal itself. So if it
Absolutely.
will heal itself, it'll regenerate at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. Our biggest organ is the skin.
Hmm.
when you have a cut, right? Two,
Mm-hmm.
3 weeks later, you see nothing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
the biggest organ in our body regenerate itself,
Mm-hmm.
while all the other organs won't, they
Mm-hmm.
will. They will.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to have the balance also, you see, with
Mm-hmm.
yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you know Dr. Bruce Lipton's, right, he teaches the biology of belief,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? But at the same time, he wrote another book which called The Honeymoon Effect,
Okay.
which means when people full of love, they never get sick.
Mm, mm. I thought you were saying when the honeymoon effect. I thought you were going to say, like, when you are in, some marriages, the honeymoon phase. Once it dies down, it's like you have nothing in common. You start to looking at the relationship different. Now you set into reality, and reality sets in, and then it's like it's no longer that picture perfect, that fantasy is waning now. I thought you were meaning that, but the
Yeah,
honeymoon effect meaning that it's something good, correct?
that's
Um,
right. But
yeah.
if you live a life
Mm-hmm.
of honeymoon,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
Basically, you're giving yourself plenty of love,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
then you love others
Mm-hmm.
unconditionally.
Yes.
Because when you change expectation for appreciation,
Mm-hmm.
right, you have no disappointment, no frustration,
Mm-hmm.
right? You feel good all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
then when you got appreciation to other people,
Mm-hmm.
because we cannot judge them,
Right.
no one can be judged because they don't know, we don't know what sort of conditioning they had when they were little,
Mm-hmm.
what home they were born into,
Mm-hmm.
which means we
Mm-hmm.
can't blame them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's
And
uh, it's so easy to do it though. It's easy to judge. It's so easy to subscribe to the something negative or to just react to
yes,
uh, to the to the energy or to a situation or the behavior that is being pointed at you or you're in the midst of. But it's difficult at times. Being we're all human. We can slip sometimes, but I understand what you're saying. To be conscious of that, of to not to be non-judgmental, to be understanding that we've all going through something, are going to go through something. That's just life. And I'm taking that's what I'm hearing from you.
but you see, it's the same when I talk to parents about their kids
Hmm.
and I teach them what is brain pattern interruption technique and what
Yeah.
it can do to their
Hmm.
kids, right?
Hmm.
And brain pattern interruption technique that I developed myself
Hmm.
is came from NLP and hypnotherapy,
Hmm.
and I put it together without hypnosis.
Hmm.
But what I do when we talk to the child, we
Hmm.
can talk to the child, but then we can talk also to his subconscious or
Hmm.
their subconscious. And
Hmm.
when you talk to the subconscious, because the subconscious is waiting for instruction, because we shock the subconscious by doing something that they did not expect, and then you got 20-second windows to just put a suggestion or embedded command.
I think that I didn't know if you worked with children or not. I was going to say that would probably be something really good to
I work
start
with
doing.
ADHD, things like
Yeah.
that, and sometimes
Yeah.
even in the early years, I worked also with you know the syndromes of
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
autistic and things like that. But
Hmm.
at the moment in Australia, they had national insurance for
Hmm.
disabilities, but
Okay.
now they cut down on neurofeedback.
Mm.
I'm
Mm.
still doing neurofeedback, but they will not pay for it,
Mm.
even though the pediatrician and psychologist telling them it's helping.
Mm. That's truly unfortunate
Yeah.
because if you can get the kids on the right track at a very young age and correct their thinking as they're in that developmental stage, it's only setting the stage for a healthy, productive adult. Is
When
ADHD
they
something
call
that can be treated?
ADHD and
Yeah.
they call it sickness, and then they give the kids Ritalin,
Uh huh.
right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense
Yeah.
because
Ritalin is. Yeah. That's harsh.
ADHD, as far as I am concerned, and this is my opinion, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not talking about other people. My
Mm-hmm.
opinion is a learned habit.
Mm-hmm.
Learned habit from childhood, from very, very early stages of life, when you are a toddler,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
They get now, and now with the technology, it's even worse,
Mm-hmm. So, what are
right?
they learning as a toddler that gives them ADHD? What are they
Uh,
learning?
the ADHD is what they give as a symptoms,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know
They
they give it that
hyper,
label.
or they,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
activity, movement, and they can't sit still and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
if you teach them, you see, the teachers in some countries will not let the child come into the class unless they take their
Which is the Ritalin.
medication,
Yeah, which
medication.
is like the Ritalin and things of
Yes,
that nature. Yeah.
which I don't agree with, but that's only my opinion.
Yeah.
And because I believe that no teacher at the moment in any education system
Mm-hmm.
teach the kids how to learn.
Mm-hmm.
What is the concept of learning? What is the concept of remembering? What the concept of processing?
Mm-hmm.
None of them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I give you an example. I take a child and I say to the child in front of the mother, I
Mm-hmm.
said, look, I know that you are disrupted by the noise in the class and all that, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it's really frustrating. I
Mm-hmm.
said to them, just do it next week. Look at the teacher mouth and face while she's talking and
Mm-hmm.
see what's happened to the noise. They
Mm-hmm.
come back and say the noise went down
Mm-hmm.
and they can hear more
Mm-hmm.
because you're taking them from audio to audio visual.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty good. So with the children, I know with the adults, there's a 6 week program, correct?
The what?
A 6 week program with the adults, right? Before you give them
Yes.
in the
Yeah.
process of the homework, before you let them go and they start to do on their own,
Yeah. Six.
exercises.
Yeah, it's 6 or 12. They can
Six
choose.
or 12. Okay. With the children, what have you found to be most effective? Is it still a 6 week for them, or do you need a longer process?
No, you do something like 5 weeks, right? And
Hmm.
not you don't do it in an hour. You do it
Hmm.
half an hour. You got to give them a little bit more because
Hmm.
they are not like adults,
Right.
and they got a little bit. They get tired very quick. But
Hmm.
I explain to them, and I explain to them in such a way that they understand.
Hmm. Hmm.
I talked to them and I said to them what they can compare the brain for, or what to compare focus for,
Hmm.
right? I explained to them, let assume that your focus is a torch.
Hmm.
If you put the light everywhere, right, and you things quickly scan through that thing, you will never get anything.
Right.
But if you
What's the
focus
youngest?
on one point,
Right. Yeah.
and they're learning focus.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the youngest age that you've had thus far?
Sorry,
What's the youngest age that you have worked with thus far?
a twin, 4 years old.
4 years old.
Yeah, they
Wow.
couldn't sleep. They didn't want to sleep in their own bed.
Hmm.
And the mother said to me, can you help them maybe? I said, let's try. She
Hmm.
brought them in. We start talking, explain to them,
Hmm.
and all that. Now they're doing it. But I train also the parents too.
Mm. I'm wondering if, you would, of course, have to, get the parents involved too, right? Because they need to be able to have some skills to be able to deal with it at home and to be able to keep this process going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
speaking. I was speaking to one of the mother, a girl that came here was 5 years old.
Mm.
Five
Okay.
years old. She was hiding behind mom and dad all the time, not
Mm-hmm.
even talking to her cousins or anything. She was completely inside.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We did neurofeedback,
Mm-hmm.
and we did something like 39 session of half hours.
Okay. Okay.
The
Neurofeedback. What
girl
does that look like? What does
completely
that mean?
session that mean we put the muse band
Mm-hmm.
using a program. I was using a program from Mindlift,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And that program enhance or inhibit
Mm-hmm.
certain brain waves.
Okay.
And this way we adjusting the brainwave for the kids. They watching a video, their favorite video, whatever they like,
Mm.
right? What
Okay.
happen is if what we enhance is not above the threshold
Mm-hmm.
and what we inhibit is above the threshold, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the screen for them just dim.
Mm.
And then as soon as they both balance, right above and below,
Mm-hmm.
it's bright. Then they go from 5 seconds to 10 seconds, then to 15 seconds, holding it slowly, slowly. As they go better, the difficulty levels harder. Just like gym. This is what they call brain gym.
Okay. Now,
As soon
being that Australia has cut down on the funding to help the children to be able to get the help that they need through your
with
practices.
neurofeedback being cut,
Right, right. But they can also get it through your book, right? You have a book that they can order and they can buy. Is it in the book that you're selling?
in the book, yeah, but that book is
Hmm.
not done about neurofeedback. The book
Okay.
that I do is
Hmm.
taking a person
Hmm.
from a person by birth to become a
Okay.
person by choice. No matter
Mm.
where they come from, geographical and all that, all the hurdles that they will get and everything, that
Hmm.
is very, very intense. It's like when you read it, you go
Hmm.
through chapter after chapter. There's 30 chapters, and then you find out exactly, and you finish up at what I do in 12 session condensed.
Okay. With neurofeedback, how big is that? Is that a big field of
It's big.
practice? Is a lot of people?
Psychologists use it. They
Hmm.
still get paid by the NDIS in Australia because they
Okay.
psychologists, right? And they put
Hmm.
it as a different thing. They don't say neurofeedback,
Okay. Okay.
right? But the
Okay.
real name for it is neurofeedback. Now they change it to neurotherapy.
What's the future goals for your practice and the things that you're doing? What would you like to see happen with with the work that you're doing? Where do you see this going?
I think that the world is going that way, and I see it increasing.
Hmm.
More people coming out, more
Hmm.
people are doing this.
Hmm.
Somatic therapy, um, brain rewires, all those things that they're doing all the time, right? It's
Hmm.
growing,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
I don't advertise, like I'm not one of those that will do too many call to action, right?
Yeah.
I am one of those that give you tip and people like it and people saying and comment on it. And
Hmm.
probably I think you saw a few of my short reels.
Yeah, I saw a couple of your reels. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's what I do. But
Hmm.
I'm going now to put today, actually, this afternoon, I'm going to a studio. A friend of mine offered me his studio to
Hmm.
record my meditation,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
all the long meditation I'm going to put on YouTube.
YouTube is a very good vehicle. It's very powerful to reach out to people worldwide to be able to start. utilizing this and to
Yeah,
be familiar with you. I want to dive a little deeper into your book, and I'd love to see some of your practices on a YouTube channel. But right now, is there anywhere else that people could go to be able to see, like maybe what it is that you do, like some of the meditations that you do, or maybe a
yeah.
portion of the session, or
I
maybe even
want, I
all of the
want,
session?
I want to tell you a little story
Okay.
that is so important for people to hear.
Okay.
I had a client. She rang me up. It's a mother for three kids.
Mm-hmm.
Rang me up, and she said to me, "I got a 10 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and that 10 years old got anxiety. Can you help him?"
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Of course." And I booked her in with her child.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm speaking to the child for about 3 or 4 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm looking at the mother and saying to her, "I'm sorry, he doesn't need help, but you do."
Mm-hmm.
And she looked at me. She was in shock. And I explained to her, I said to her, while you are stressed, while you are in imbalanced, right? Your child can read you, very attuned to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't ask symptom or anything. She said, okay, what can you do? And I explained to her. I said, I'm going to teach you the basic
Mm-hmm.
unconditional love to yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and then mirror work, future self. And we did a bit of work, and we did it once a week for 6 weeks.
Mm, mm. And you picked up on that just from them being in the presence of
I,
you.
I felt it, yes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
looked at her face expression and that, and I could see.
Mm,
Then 6 weeks later, she came for the seventh session.
mm.
But she walked through the door. We got 5 rooms practice here. It's big. I got chiropractor. We got different things, right?
Okay.
And then she walked through the door, smile from ear to ear,
Mm,
and glowing.
mm,
And I said to her, and I don't want to say the name, but I said to her, what happened?
mm-hmm,
And she came in, she sat down,
mm-hmm,
and suddenly she told me all the symptoms she had.
mm,
And she said to me, Izzy, for 3 years before I came to see you, I've been chasing all the specialists about chronic pain and chronic fatigue.
mm,
I couldn't get out of bed for my kids, 3 boys, 2 years, 8 years, 10 years,
mm.
right? And I had pain under my jaw, on my neck, on my back, and then under my heels.
Wow.
They did X-rays.
That's a
They
lot of
did
pain.
X-rays, MRI, everything, and no one could help me. And
Mm,
she said, and she was so happy. And she said, and now they're all gone.
mm,
And I said to
mm,
her, have you heard about the term somatic pain?
mm,
And she said, no, what is it? And then I said to her, you got your connective tissue called the fascia,
mm-hmm,
which is all over our body,
mm-hmm,
everywhere, and
mm-hmm,
some places more than others,
mm-hmm,
right? And I say, when you are stressed, they tighten up. Once they tighten up, you get pain in different areas of the body, not related to that part of the body.
mm, mm.
Now, how
Okay,
many
so
doctors would know that or explain that to people that got chronic pain?
uh, I'm not sure if I can answer that, but it's evident that there's many out there who don't. It's funny that you say that because when I feel stress, I can feel my heartbeat is off a little bit,
That's right.
and I feel just heavy. So I try and do whatever I can to stay out of a stress state because I
Yes,
know how damaging that can be. Just picking up on what you're talking about, it's big. Stress is a killer of
well,
of a lot of people.
you got
That
many friends, right?
oh, yes,
Most people that have back pain, it's in the lower back.
yes, yes,
When you
yes.
look at the pictures of the fascia on the body,
Hmm.
right? And you
Hmm.
can Google it and see it.
Hmm.
The triangle On the
Mm,
lower back
mhm,
is a lot of it,
mm,
which means once it's tightened there, people say, oh, I got a bulging disc, I got this, I got that, I got that.
mhm,
I had a guy here with the same things, lower back pain and everything, and sciatica.
mm. Yeah, sciatica. You hear that a lot. A
Now,
lot of
this is
people
the
talk
brother of
about
that
that.
lady. This is the
Hmm.
brother of that lady that had, and he came just to try because he'd been suffering for a long, long time.
Right.
And I said to him to do first the loving moment, and he
Hmm.
couldn't do it. He couldn't feel the warmth of unconditional love from his kids.
Mm,
But then I knew that he is newborn Christian.
mm,
And I said to him, how about just feel the Holy Spirit, the one that loves you. It's
mm,
inside you now and give you this nice warmth. He
mhm,
did that. And
mhm,
all I said to him is just that. Keep
mhm,
feeling that, keep feeling that. I want you to feel the warmth. And I
mhm,
want you to feel also the warmth from your love to the Holy Spirit love,
mm,
right?
mhm,
And then about 6 minutes later, I said
mhm,
to him, I said, you can open your eyes. And he was mesmerized. His eyes was like this. And I said to him, now I want you to get up without thinking.
mm,
He got up without thinking. And I said to him, walk now from there to there, walk few times.
mm.
How do you feel? He said, nothing, right?
It's
Nothing.
yes, yes. It's so true. The thought process, the belief system, and the mind is just so it's so fascinating. It's amazing what can happen just from thoughts. Thoughts can take you a long way, or they can be crippling. They can be
Absolutely.
harmful. Yes. Izzy, let me ask you this, because we got to get out of here shortly. I mean, we've been talking, and it it always seems to go so quick when you're engaged in a great conversation, and you're sharing information that is so valuable. Where can people find your book?
Well,
And
it's on Amazon, but
okay,
I had a very sad story with that because my publisher, he
uh-huh,
defrauded a lot of people,
okay,
and I didn't get even $1 from my books.
mm, okay,
He when he put account numbers and all that, I don't know what he did. And then
okay,
I am still in not conversation, but it's very hard to get to a person to talk to in Amazon. They will
hmm,
send you to KDP or they send you to the other one and
hmm,
one to the other. I said to them, all I want you to do is transfer that account to my name. I'm the author.
yes,
And they
yes,
know it,
yes.
right?
Yes. Well, what I'll do is I'll text you a number because I have some journals on Amazon as well. And I've had some complications with them and I was able to get through. So I'll send you the number for you to be able to give them a direct call. You might have to be on hold for a few minutes. The max I've been on hold
It
is like
doesn't
10 minutes.
matter. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll send it to you, yeah, because you need to get that straightened out. You need to get those fares straightened out because it doesn't make sense. You should be compensated for your work. That's your art. You put it together, and you should be compensated for that to continue to go ahead, move forward in doing the good work that you're doing. Now, I know you also have the Instagram too, right? You want to tell the
Yes.
people how they can follow you on Instagram? What is your Instagram
Healing
handle?
your underscore body.
Say that again.
Healing your
Uh huh.
underscore body.
Okay, okay, that's easy enough. People who will be following me as well, they know that I follow you, so they'll be able to pick up on that as well. Izzy,
Yeah.
I thank you for taking the time out to do this with me. It's been a
Yeah.
pleasure. I've always had a grasp on how important it is to have self love and to love yourself. But from the aspect of healing and meditating, I'm going to try a little bit more on the meditation side. I have
I
people in
would
my life that meditate, and
I
I
would
think I'm
like
going
to
to get
look to do for
a little
you.
harder.
I would
Yeah.
like to do for you. I would
Yes.
like to do it for you
Okay.
the therapy about awakening awareness.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it. I want to try it. I want to see what's all involved and how it works and experience it for myself as
Because
well.
then you learn to be the sky
Uh huh.
and your thought are the clouds.
Hmm.
And if you are the sky, you never get affected. by
I like that. I
control.
like that. I like that. I like that. Well, thank you, Izzy, again for taking the time
Thank
out to
you.
do this with me. It's so important to us to continue to fulfill our purpose and to get the message out there to help other people.
Well,
Uh,
when people, not just quickly, when people looking at healing your body by healing your mind
mhm.
on Google's, they can read all the reviews there
All
from
right.
real
Beautiful.
clients.
Beautiful. 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 I love it. I'm going to check it out too as well. Izzy, take care. Have a good day.
Thank you.
A good night because I know. Oh well, the morning. Your morning over
No,
there. It's like 9
us
p.m.
is 10 o'clock now. 10 o'clock in the
Okay.
morning. I got the whole day.
All right. Well, it's Friday over there for you. Well, enjoy your Friday. Have a great weekend. And we'll talk soon, my friend.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you
Take
very
care.
much.
You
Thank
too.
you.